Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades, and let's get right into it. And before we begin, I just want to share with you guys some of the trades that the gold members have been getting inside the Discord, because a lot of you probably don't know, but I do share my trades, and we have hired a new trader inside the Discord, and Hayden has been killing it with his entries, making over 126% on his last trade that he posted on Solana, up over 37% on the trade on Ape today, and another big win on Matic as well. Matic was like a little bit of a smaller win, but still 14% is an amazing trade by any count. So again, congrats to the gold members. You guys are killing it. Or, the crypto members as well. Now let's keep going here and let's do our analysis on Bitcoin. And we can see that we have dropped significantly after running into this down sloping trend line here on Bitcoin, topping out at 28,400. Now this move to me does not look very bullish. I think that now that we have failed to hold the $27,200 level, there's a very good chance that we could continue this leg down and potentially start to tag 25,000 to 25,200. Again, that, in my opinion, would be the best case scenario, as it would, flush out a lot of the longs that I would have been building, and then you'll have, a clean entry, and then you could get a very big bounce back up to $35,000 to $32,000, which is, again, my target for Bitcoin, as its last nominal high. And then you guys can see that, we kind of did that same thing here where we flushed all the way down, took out all the longs, and we had a huge pump up towards the upside. So that's still something that I'm expecting in Bitcoin, and I still think that it's very possible. And I'll just illustrate that again. So if you do a beautiful 618 retrace from this high here, you get a target of 35,741. And if we take a look at the Bitcoin CME futures, you have a beautiful CME gap right here at 35,800. Well, I'm going to the body, but if you go to the wick, obviously that brings you to around 35,265. But again, still some very good confluence. So again, I still think that right now the debt ceiling has just been passed. By the way, this is some very big news that has just happened in the markets. And we can see that the NASDAQ is actually selling off a tiny little bit. We pumped up immediately during the news announcement, I think. And then we just came right back down to 14,200. So a lot of people are expecting a potential rally on this news. Again, this probably was already priced in. We're seeing a significant amount of selling on the Qs, which is a triple Q, which is the NASDAQ ETF. And you guys can take a look at it right here. Again, I've just illustrated so many times how much resistance we are starting to run in. We're overbought on the daily. We're overbought on the almost overbought on the weekly, the 4-day, the 3-day, the 2-day. Right, the 4-hour, you name it, we're overbought. We're too high. We are too elevated. We are just due for a very big technical pullback here on the Qs. And you can see from this upsloping trend line, right, pivot low here, and then you had a bunch of resistance here. It actually held as resistance and held as support. So I guess you could say it was support and resistance here, and then you acted as resistance once again. And now you're going to act as resistance here as well. And on top of that, you have this down sloping trend line, boom, another point of confluence there. So pivot point, and then these 2 points right here, again, 2 smaller pivots. So there you go. And then you got another pivot here, and I think you had a gap fill area right at 350, which is exactly what we went to. We actually went a little bit above it. We went to 353, and now we're starting to pull back. And we were down on the after hours, but the important thing is how the market's going to react to the debt ceiling being passed. And if you guys don't understand how the debt ceiling is going to impact the market, well, essentially they're going to have to issue new T-bills. That means they're going to drain liquidity from the market. Banks are going to have to purchase these T-bills, and liquidity being drained from the market that's already on the edge of dropping after this massive rally. That is all the market needs for a very big sell-off. And that, I think the top could be in here for the NASDAQ. And again, who knows when the top is going to be in. We are extremely overbought at the moment. It would be stupid to try and long at these levels here. And who knows? Maybe we can still keep going parabolic, and we'll go to 15,500. Although I see that as the most unlikely scenario, as I think that we are going to keep dropping on the Qs here in the NASDAQ. But, you know, who knows? You place your bets, and then we'll see who's right at the end of the day. Moving on here. So, again, Bitcoin. Still see Bitcoin coming down to potentially 25,200 if these support levels don't hold, which it looks like they may not. And if that happens, I'm going to get into a very big swing long position. And again, please pay attention to Hayden's alerts inside the Margin Trades channel, which again are available inside the Discord. If you guys join the membership, if you pick the crypto plan, you will get the margin trades and the spot trades. Spot trades have been a little bit slow lately, and I've been trying to exit Bybit with all my funds, and I have exited a good amount, and I put some into a trading bot, which by the way, we are up over 10%, which is 511 USDT on at the moment. So again, that's amazing. Let's get back to it. Let's take a look at not the NASDAQ. I think we've covered the NASDAQ enough today. Let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil, a bit of a down day today. It was down over 3.5%, I think. It was down to $67 a barrel. Excuse me. Oh, maybe some bullish burps for oil. No, I think that oil is eventually going to come back down and retest 65. But if we start to come back down and bounce at these levels like so, I would see this as a very bearish indication that it could be getting ready to get its next leg down towards $50. Again, we are not going to get there in a straight line. It is going to take some backing and filling. We are going to hit supports and resistances all over the place. So we are going to zigzag our way down to $45 a barrel. Once we get to that target, I'm going to be buying left and right oil stocks, oil companies, oil services, and crude oil itself, as I do see a significant amount of upside for oil after that. Taking a look at natural gas here, nat gas, again, another tough day for nat gas as oil comes down as well. So nat gas was down a little bit today. I think it was down about 2.6%. Again, this is a tough trade, obviously, and it's going to take some time to play out. Right now, we just got our new monthly candle for nat gas. Let's take a look at market cipher quickly and see what we're seeing on natural gas on the monthly time frame. And we can see that the drop is starting to slow down. We are getting significantly more bullish dual band strength index numbers here. So you guys can see the momentum wave is starting to curl in a little bit. Obviously, no definitive bottom has been made, but things can reverse very quickly for natural gas. Taking a look at the weekly, things are looking pretty lackluster there. Nothing too crazy. And on the daily time frame, it's obviously looking bearish. However, we have recovered a significant amount of red money flow, so it's not too crazy that we dip down into the red money flow at the moment. So we'll just keep a close eye on that, and we'll keep tracking that gas as our biggest position right now in the market. And I think that's it for now. I think we could cover maybe Bitcoin on the daily time frame on market cipher. So things are looking pretty grim. You got a bit of a small momentum wave here. The VWAP came down really fast and nicely with Bitcoin, and at the moment you are seeing red money flow come back. So I'm thinking it's very likely that we are going to revisit the lows of 25,000. And you guys may be looking at this Elliott wave indicator thinking that the lows are already in. Again, if we take a look at our Fibonacci retracement, we have a 50% retrace that has yet to be filled here, or yet to be tagged at 25,270, and another point of confluence, which was 25,200, which was resistance previously, should now act as support. And again, we may wick a little bit below this level, but ultimately, I think once we tag it, we should be good to get a very significant bounce from there. All right, guys, thanks for listening to my video. I think that's it for today. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you all. Peace.